Hello there, it's another beautiful morning and I am elated to welcome you to Good Morning Tourism right here on CHTV. This is where we have all the thought-provoking conversations about tourism here in Ghana and beyond. And just last Saturday, which is 27th of September, was World Tourism Day. And CHTV, we joined the world in celebrating the World Tourism Day. The theme for this year was Tourism and Sustainable Transformation, organized by UN Tourism, which reflects the growing need to rethink the sector in light of global challenges such as climate change, inequality, and digitalization. Once again, this is Good Morning Tourism right here on CHTV. Of course, I have here with me my guest, which will be unveiled after this quick commercial break. Do stick and stay with us.
Would like to say a big thank you to our sponsors, CH Travel and Tour. With CH Travel and Tour, they offer services like flight ticketing, hotel booking, visa assistance, car rentals, study abroad. You can contact them on 024-306-8558, 024-306-8558, or you can contact them on their landline 030-231-8932, 030-231-8932.
You are welcome back from that quick commercial break. If you just tuned in, this is Good Morning Tourism right here on CHTV. Once again, my name is Erica Minta Ohene. And then, of course, I have here with me Mr. Samson Kofi Eti-Afo, who is the CEO of Justly Travel and Tour. And also, I have here with me our very own Esquire Kojo Jemfi Bonsu. You are welcome, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. So I love your kaftan.
Yes.
Also, we go there and call it African Week.
Yes, African. It's Tourism Week.
Tourism Week, of course. I should have won African Week. Oh, you are with me. So in fact, I am not alone.
Yes.
You wore American shirt. Is it from Kenya? I mean, that's your Kenya. You're welcome once again to Good Morning Tourism, and then thank you for always honoring our invitation. We really appreciate that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Without wasting much time, why would you want to give us a gist about how your weekend went? Because you've been smiling since you got here.
Oh, no.
And I've been wondering, hey, Eska, what's the problem?
Yes, because I traveled out of Accra to far away in Zima, precisely Princess Town.
Princess Town?
Yes.
What's there?
In the Western region, to attend the funeral of my senior at a law firm.
But then Princess Town sounds like there will be more tourist attractions.
So I took the opportunity to visit some few areas.
Oh, tell us what you saw.
It's a sea town, so there's a sea at Princess Town.
Okay.
And there's also a castle.
Oh, wow. This is
castle,
new to some of us.
A castle there. And there's this, that's where my senior comes from.
Oh, okay.
So our chamber, Sundown Legal Services, into bracket, you call it John Coney Chambers.
John Coney Chambers, okay.
Yes. It was when I got to Princess Town, then I now understood why our chamber is named after, because there's a certain man, John Coney, who hails from the Princess Town with a very typical history. So if you see John Coney, then the root is from Princess Town. So this weekend has been full of activities, but I think that as a tourist person, I mean somebody who is interested in tourist and tourist-related activities, I took the opportunity to sightsee and to take pictures from the beach. In fact, when I posted the beach on my status, the course I got, or the messages that I got from friends and relatives, is that this beach is beautiful.
How was the road leading to Princess Town?
It's okay. Except that from Takoradi right down to Agona, that stretch before you get to Princess Town Junction, there's construction ongoing. I think it has stalled for a while. That makes it quite uncomfortable. Otherwise, from Takoradi to Azim, it's a straight road, and the road is quite.
Now,
okay.
This brings us to our topic: government not considering roads leading to tourist sites with regards to the big push.
Okay. Good morning.
Good morning.
Let me say, A very warm good morning to our cherished viewers and listeners. I'm not sure that government is not paying attention to roads leading to tourist sites. I'm not sure. If you look at the big push, the point is you have to find out what it is. What is the big push? The big push has been introduced or was nurtured by the sitting president, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. And the purpose is to facilitate infrastructure development in the country. Typical among them is the road sector. If you look at the policy document, if you look at all the activities that they have lined up under the big push, the foremost activity is the road sector development.
How critical is road infrastructure with regards to tourism value chain?
Road is everything, even apart from tourism. Road is everything. It's a lifeline of the population, because what are we talking about? We are talking about, when you talk about tourism, we are talking about movement of people from one point to the other. And it is either you are going by air, you are by rail, or by road.
Exactly.
And as we have been discussing on this platform, we know that by air is expensive, only few people can afford. And you know, as for the rail sector, it is, if I say it is dead, it is dead because as we speak today, there's not a single train plying on any major route in the country. So it will not facilitate.
Here in Ghana?
Yes.
Oh, there is.
No, where?
I think one.
Because what was circle? What they constructed was from Tema to Impakadan, right? And even that the rail network is connected, but there's no any plying train. Do you understand? To carry people from Tema to Impakadan.
What's the cost?
Even if that route is working, is it enough? I mean, look at the whole country. Look at from Accra to Kumasi and Kumasi to Tamale or Paga. And all these important routes, you do not have the trade transfer. I believe that it is indeed not helping the tourism aspect of life. But I think for the road sector, it is what we have. It is what, if I say what we have, I'm saying that it is the only means that more Ghanaians, if not everybody, more Ghanaians will be able to move from one point to the other. It is also the only means that tourists, whether they can afford it or not, will be able to use it in the movement within the country.
So are you trying to say the tourism development cannot thrive if roads are not being taken care of or poor roads are not being considered? Okay,
so what I'm trying to say is that, you see, when we talk about movement of people, I've already listed 3 means by which people can move.
Of course.
And I'm saying that even the air, looking at the air travels, how many airports do we have in the country to facilitate movement from one point to the other? I think for now, the surviving airport is Accra Kumasi and Accra Sunyani, Accra Tamale. These are the most thriving airport that we have. But is that the only places that we have tourist sites in the country? What about Azim? Okay, if you get to Takoradi, you have to move to the tourist site by road. That is why I place more premium on the road sector, because that is what we have. And even that, there are challenges. Okay, so look at movement in Ghana, from Kumasi to even Accra, how difficult it is to travel. Sometimes you can take 6 hours or more, depending on which type of car you are using. You can travel for over 6 hours to Kumasi. Hitherto, it should be about 2.5 hours.
And it's not even like the road is even good.
That is the reason for the long hours of traveling time. And so I believe that with the big push as nurtured by the president and rolling it out, whatever way you see it, it will contribute to tourism development. Because you see, if you look at what they recently launched, the Aflao, Dowenya, Atimpoku, that stretch.
Yeah.
Okay, if you look at it, it is a major tourism road. Why? Because it's leading to the Volta region.
Yeah.
And we have said that, I have always believed that Volta region can be a tourism hub in this country if we properly manage and develop it.
Of course.
So, to construct this important road, it means that we are facilitating movement of people from Greater Accra to the Volta region. Mind you, Greater Accra is the first point of our destination.
Yeah.
Usually, until maybe when they fully roll out the Tamale airport as an international airport and the Kumasi airport as another international airport. Until then, the Greater Accra is the first point of call. So it is from there that tourists can be distributed, can be moved from to any other part of the country. So if the road from Tema to Aflao is constructed, I think it's going to ease a lot of travel time. And tourists who want to visit the Volta region, any part of Volta region for the purposes of tourism, should be able to do that within the minimum hours. And that, for me, will facilitate tourism. So it is important. It is important that we look at the road sector. It is my hope that the president and the government will be able to see to the completion of these roads within the shortest possible time. Because usually what we do is that government award contracts and funding become extremely difficult. They are unable to complete. And when a new government comes in, then they will put on hold the contract.
Yeah.
And that over. If you look at what we say, just Accra to Nsawam, this project. No, it's not even Accra, it's Pokuasi to Nsawam. There's about 33 kilometers of road. Go and see. I think now it has restarted. But previously, it was a hell plying that road. Why? Because of change of government. So I think that government must target projects that they can complete within their tenure. So if you award the contract on time, give them the person 22 months, 18 months, 15 months within your term, and they are able to complete, and you launch the road. I think that will facilitate the purpose of tourism. So I think that road sector is key. But let us hope that it will not be limited to all these two major roads that the president cut short for the commencement of the project. But like the policy document which I have here, it talks about a whole lot of roads. Because we are talking about road, that's why I want to limit myself to road. So they have mentioned a lot of roads in the country that will come under this big push. They are going to spend about $10 billion USD to do all these things. So I'm praying that the president will look at the other areas in the country and start those projects in earnest, so that we don't get them to delay. That will be affected by. In fact, let me put on record that sometimes, even when your government is another president is succeeding your own government, right? Some of these things may arise.
Yeah, of course.
Because every government or every president comes with a vision, peculiar vision to develop a country. So if you don't take care, it may be your own government succeeding your own government. But some of these hitches may occur, which will affect the construction and contract and everything. So I believe that it is a good idea. We are praying that the president will roll out more roads and make sure that they are completed within time,
of course,
so that we get the benefit as tourism sector.
Well said, Esquire. Mr. Sampson, the Kenyan. So, Mr. Sampson, Esquire has actually said a lot, but then why do you think infrastructure like roads is often overlooked when it comes to tourism-related government projects?
Good morning to our viewers and good morning to you.
Good morning.
When we say infrastructure, first, the topic is big push.
Yeah.
First, what is big push that the government have said? Because every time big push, but a grandmother in village doesn't know what big push means. So we have to understand the big push, what big push is. And let me read a few things over there. It said the big push help create economics of scale, promote industrialization, and build markets. Eventually, enable the country to develop its activities. So one, infrastructure, job creation, economic devastation, education and healthcare, sustainability. That is the vision of Mahama Big Push. And they set up about $10 billion to facilitate all those things. But we are talking about road leading to various tourism sites. When we are talking about road, we have two types of tourism route that we are talking about. And this big push is talking about the major routes, because we have about 16 regions in Ghana. And all these 16 regions, they are tourist sites. All these 16 regions. And the road leading to those regions, those major routes that leading to this tourist site.
Yeah.
That is what the big push is talking about. But we are talking about when you get to, let me say, Takoradi, and we are going to Nkrofo. The road from Takoradi to Nkrofo, which is we are going to the tour site. How is it? Is this amount of money, are they going to use it for those tour sites? This is what, it's not the major routes that's taking you to. You can, when you get to Takoradi, maybe to Nkrofo, it take you about 2 or 3 hours. But the road over there, it is not good. So the tourists will not like to purchase or go to those sites. Those are the things that the tourists or the tour operators sometimes normally complain about, the road to the tour sites. Those are the things that the tour operators complain about.
So these routes that we are talking about, why is it normally overlooked when it comes to tourism-related government projects?
Yes, because the government cannot do all. Sometimes the government cannot do all. So me, in my mind, the government have to use this tourist site or just route to, maybe they have to give it to the communities or those things, so that they can do what? They can build it and put a road to over there and take their money.
So you are saying the government cannot do all. Does it mean it is not mandatory for the government to do?
It's not that
it's not obligated to do it.
No, it is not that government hasn't got mandated to do it, but our resources now, our resources that we have right now, or the money that the government has put aside right now, I don't think it's even that 10 billion that we are talking about. It's not only for road; it is for so many things.
But then tourism also generates income for the country.
Yes. So you have to ask yourself, those money that the tourism generates, what are they using it for? This is what we have to ask ourselves. We are not seeing anything, because always when the tour operators and businesses are complaining, our road. So what is the use of those roads? Because those roads that you are talking about, those ones that we are collecting the road tolls and those things, they are not going to the tour site though. It's a major road that we are using it to other regions, we do it for other farms and those things. So it is not a road that is going to tourist site. So me, in my mind, we have to get a road that's going to the tour site, that you have to put a toll booth over there. So even when you are going there, you pay something so that they can use it to construct those roads.
All right, so Mr. Sampson, you being someone who is more enthused about tourism, what impact do you think bad roads have on tourism?
Oh, bad roads have impact in tourism in Ghana, because when I used to use about 30 minutes to get to the tour site, I have to use about 2 hours. And before I will return home, maybe my bodies and all that, I'm having pains and it. How can you use a rough road and go 2 hours, 3 hours and come back? And I'm not enjoying anything. You see, so it have very big impact. Our road have very big impact, so that the tourists cannot patronize. It's not even our local tourists, foreigners. Because when they come, they wanted to go, maybe because anything at all they are doing with time. So even when you are doing the package for them, so when they say they are going to Cape Coast, they will ask you, how many hours are they going to use? When you say you are going to use about 4 hours to Takrady or to Cape Coast, say no, it's too much. They will tell you it's too much.
Now let's look at it from this angle too. Don't you think private investors will be discouraged to put their money in tourism projects?
They will never,
because of bad roads.
No, they will never discourage when they give those road to the private investors to do it, to get money out from it. They will never be discouraged, because they know that when they use their money, they will get it. But here is the case: the government will never allow you to do it as a private. The government will never allow you to do it.
But with regards to roads, can the private sectors also go to the governments that, you know what, we want this road, we want to take care of this road that is leading to this particular tourist sites, or the government should rather call on them to give the roads to them?
The government, in our constitution,
for that?
in our constitution, it doesn't allow like that a private person to do even a road. Because even this road to your house, when you are going to, you have to go to government and go and ask permission whether they will give it to you.
Yeah, that is what I'm saying, that do they need permission? Can they go to the government?
It is not done. Because when you go, they will never give it to you.
Unless they wait for the government to call on them.
That is what, like somebody, even this our backyard road over here, even one person can do it and put his name over there. But the government, it is not allowed. But maybe other countries, maybe Nigeria and those things, maybe
would you want to come in?
Yes.
All right.
One person can do it and put his name over there. But in Ghana here, it is not
like
allowed like that. So you can't use your own personal interest or effort that I'm going to construct this road. But a lot of people will do it.
So you can't seek permission from the government before constructing the road?
Look, let me give you one example. Tema, Sakumono Road. There is a road over there going to one big man house, and the person wanted to do it. Tema, TMA, they said no, it is not allowed.
Wow.
He's going to use his own money. Because no, it's not allowed. You have to come to the government, to give you approval or those things. It is not allowed.
Okay, so I'm saying that in relation to
what he's saying,
whether private persons should come in, okay, even though as we speak, these are legal matters.
Yeah.
Government control roads, water and electricity and all those things. But Erica, you know that at some point, even as we speak, government is considering inviting a private sector into the energy sector. Are you aware? Government want to, I don't want to say sell, okay, but government want to invite the private sector to come and help in the management of ECG. Why? Because they have identified a lot of challenges within the sector. So, which government believe that the best approach to salvage the situation is to invite a private sector. So I'm saying that in the same vein, if you look at the road sector and the need to construct a lot of roads in the country, across the country, which government cannot do all. Government cannot do all in the next, say, 10, 20 years. Government cannot still construct all the relevant road that we need. Government will do some. But so, if it is the law, we can amend. Okay, if it's the law that says that a private sector cannot participate in this one, the law can be amended and introduce private sector participation. Okay, but you can design a process. For instance, if the law is that if whenever you want to your private sector want to construct a road, you need to write to government, take a permission. Government will assess the road. Maybe the engineer will be a government engineer to supervise the road and make sure that you construct the road to the standard of the preference of government. These are the things that we can do easily. Elsewhere, in most of the advanced countries, roads are constructed by private people, okay? And not just as Mr. Tiafo gave, not just constructing from one point to your house. These are major motorways, major highways that private sector invest in those projects to ease the pressure on government, because government in a part of the country, government money cannot do all these things. So let us look at innovation. Let us look at creativity and think outside the box, because we have done this the traditional way of constructing contract by government. It is not working. It is not helping. It is time for us to invite people, okay, whether locally or internationally, okay, private people to come and construct the road and tow it to recoup whatever money that they have invested in the road. In fact, if you have, look at Tema, or now they are constructing Tema Road from Tetekwashi Circle to Malam.
Tetekwashi
roundabout to Malam.
N1.
Through the N1.
Yeah.
Okay. At night, you can count the number of street lights working. Okay. Now, even road markings are fading off. Who is doing it? Potholes are beginning to appear. Who will do it? But I'm telling you, if this road was done by a private sector and they are told this road and they are ready to get more profit from it, I'm telling you, if you get onto that road, you will not have even one bob missing. So the point is that I'm making is that we have exceeded our limit, and now the Gen Zs, they don't have time to wait for you to do the gradual approach to be constructing this year. You construct from this place to that and wait 2 years. They don't have time. What we need to do is to accelerate infrastructure, the road sector, and make sure that within the shortest possible time we will be able to complete more roads and ease movement of goods and services. That is what we are looking for. Which government cannot provide that money? Okay? And if you even rely on loans, I believe this road that was, I don't know where, but the big push, I have not gone into the bit to know where the source of money is coming from. You get it? But mostly, some of these major roads are done by foreign credits. Okay, we go for loans to construct the roads. And when you begin to take loans, you exceed there's a limit to how much you can go. You get it? So certainly, we need the private sector. Personally, I believe that even locally here, if we design programs such that it will be attractive to even local investors, I believe that most of the local investors will be interested in investing in the road sector. That is where we have to go.
Even me, in my mind, I think the road leading to tourist sites, they should give it to private investors.
Okay.
The government should give it to the private investors.
To ease the pressure on the government.
Sure. So that our tourism and this thing can develop well. When the roads are good, people will patronize it, and more money will come, and more revenue. But when it's a percentage strike, 10%, 20%, or 30, 70% for the government come into contract with the private investor so that they will do all those things, so that government also can do some. But if you, the government, you say you wanted to do everything, no, you can't do it.
You can't do it.
You'd have to wait for long. I know you are enjoying this intriguing conversation, so do stick and stay with us. When we are back, we are bringing you how the 24-hour economy by the government can be applied to tourism.
Would like to say a big thank you to our sponsors, CH Travel and Tour. With CH Travel and Tour, they offer services like flight ticketing, hotel booking, visa assistance, car rentals, study abroad. You can contact them on 024-306-8558, 024-306-8558, or you can contact them on their landline 030-231-8932, 030-231-8932.
We are back from that quick breather. If you just tuned in, this is Good Morning Tourism right here on CHTV. And of course, my name is Erica Minta Ohene. Esquire, let's talk about the 24-hour economy.
I'm laughing.
Practically.
So I'm laughing. I'm laughing because the 24-hour economy, before you even ask your question, was a catalyst, that won the NDC election. Of course. So it is a policy that everybody is looking up to, see how the implementation will be. So it's not different from the expectation in tourism.
Okay, so practically, how would a 24-hour economy in this country look like?
So when we say 24-hour economy, it simply means that we're going to have some institutions working without breaks. Working all day
and night.
Before the daybreak, you would have had all services running throughout the period. So that is basically about 24-hour economy. So the tourism industry, I believe, is one of the most important things when it comes to this policy, the 24-hour economy policy, because we are talking about movement of people. Elsewhere, people do travel a lot in the night, for instance. So you look at the transportation sector, and now I think Ghana is doing quite well when it comes to the 24-hour service in respect of public transportation that we have today. The VIP buses, all the other transport agencies who are doing 24-hour traveling, in fact, is aiding the tourism sector strongly. Because you see, assuming there was no day travels, night travels, all the people who will be traveling will put pressure on the day transportation system. So now, if you get to VIP station, the Circle, and so many other places, you can see the activities throughout the night. So I think it's good. That one is good. But what we have to look at is the other supply chain. I mean, tourism supply chain. We are looking at the attractions. How are we going to ensure that the attractions will run 24 hours? If it will run 24 hours, it means that we need to have people positioned at the facilities or at the site 24 hours. So we need more people, right? We need to train people, and we need to look at even security. Because some of these areas will require a lot of security. So we should know what, in the context of economic management, what a 24-hour economy is. And I said that it is a policy of the government to ensure that certain key services will work within the 24 hours every day, so that if people want to access those services at any time, we should be able to have access to it. So when you dovetail it to say tourism, we are saying that tourism can also run 24 hours. Because see, if government is able to ensure even 24-hour markets, right, at Osu, for instance, and everybody knows that when you get to Osu, you can stay within 24 hours.
Yes.
You can stay for 24 hours. What it means is that the entertainment will be running, food will be running, everything will be running within 24 hours. That itself will attract people to a destination. That alone can attract people to that destination. Why? Because the travelers, they want to jam. They are people who want to have fun. They want to enjoy. They want to experience something
People
new.
like myself.
Okay, I haven't seen you like that, so let me put it like. But I'm saying that with the extension of services for 24 hours, the tourism sector can take advantage of it, and then ensure their marketing is well done to promote those areas. Look at the hotels. You should have the hotels run 24 hours. If the hotels run 20, what it means is that anytime when you arrive, you should be able to have access to one hotel or the other within the sector, and that one is good. But the only thing that we have been saying is that now we have to stimulate this one. It should be an intentional act. That is why we believe that government can stimulate it. But if you stimulate it, then create the market too. Create the market. Because, for instance, if we have restaurants selling 24 hours in Osu, and they sit down throughout the 24 hours with their staff, with electricity on and everything available, and they incur or they do not break even. They do not break even. That means the patronage is low. People are not coming to access the services. In that case, it will be difficult for you to encourage people to open their shops, their restaurant and everything for 24 hours. So this is what we are saying, that yes, it's good. It's a good idea. But government must have a deliberate policy to promote all the services that they want to ensure 24-hour provision, each of them. Otherwise, we may have it on paper, but practically it may not work. But I believe that because the tourists, whether local or domestic or international, they are interested in farm fare and making berry and all those things. It is possible to have them grouped within the tourism space to have the 24-hour. Because flights are arriving in Ghana even at dawn, in the midnight and what have you. When they come, they will be checked into a hotel. People will want to eat. So all these things are important parameters to grow the tourism space. So that as for Ghana, whenever you get to Ghana, in Accra, you can have food, you can have access to hotel, you can have access to transportation, you can have access to a lot of things, financial services. People should be able to use their ATMs to access 24 hours. Even elsewhere, there are banks that are running 24 hours. If you walk in personally, even at 12 midnight, you should be able to get services. Because this is what the tourism will thrive on. So important to this is security. Important to all these things is security. In fact, with the tourism space, one thing we need to guide against, is an attack on any tourist. If any tourist is attacked, whatever means or form, at the tourist destination, it may scare a lot of people from coming to the destination. So if we are rolling out a 24-hour economy, which I believe most of the tourism supply chains are already using the system, but we need to enhance it, then typical and key among them is the provision of adequate security. adequate security so that the safety and security of our tourists will be guaranteed. In fact, if they are guaranteed over a certain period of time, itself is an attraction, because people like Mr. Tiafo has always been saying, they will share, they will promote the destination, they will sell their experience to other persons to come into the destination. So the 24-hour economy is a good policy. Let's see how it is rolled out properly.
Of course.
And let's see how the tourism sector will be included, and so that the private sector within the tourism space will take advantage of the 24-hour economy and expand our business. And when it does that, when that is done, we are creating the employment and getting the revenue that we need from tourism.
Well said, Esquire. Mr. Sampson,
Hello.
Esquire has actually said a lot about Ghana having the 24-hour economy on tourism being a good initiative. But do you think in Ghana here we have the workforce capacity to maintain that when it comes to tourism actually?
Sure, thank you. It's good that the government to introduce a 24-hour economy. First, what is the purpose or the aim introducing? That is the night, because the day is there already, 12 hours. So we are adding 12 hours to 8. That's 24 hours. Okay. What is the purpose? Because of unemployment. That is why the government is doing 24-hour economy, so that a lot of unemployment will reduce, so that we can produce more, we can work more, the services, we can do it more. But not all the sector will benefit the 24-hour economy. Let's say 24-hour economy in the production sector, factories and those things, they will benefit more in 24-hour economy, because they can do 8 hours in production. Services like transport, we can do 24-hour economy. But somewhere like tourism, hotel, hospitality, we can do 24. We are already doing 24 hours in the hotel already. Air transport, we are doing it 24 hours because, but we can't say in this moment now, we can't say in tour sites, we can do the 24 hours right now in tour sites, because we don't have that, because we need security. Even the lights system is not good.
So you are saying we don't have the capacity to do
right now in the tour sites.
Okay.
In the tour site, we don't have that capacity right now to operate 24 hours in the tour site. But in the services side, like a transport, hotels, and those is we can, restaurants and those is we can do 24 hours. Because of unemployment. That is why the government initiative that people will work in the morning, in the afternoon, people will work in the night, people work, so that everybody can get something small for his pocket. That's why they introduce them. But in tourism side, they can benefit in some parts, and some part to gradually, we like the tour side and those things, and that one gradually. It's not now
so
that we can.
What do we need to make 24-hour economy capable at the tour sites?
At the tour site, right? That's what I'm saying. Fine, the roads are not good.
Okay.
And when you are driving on the road in the night, it is not good. It can cause accidents. So the roads are not good. Okay. And the lights from the town to the tour site, we don't have that.
The street lights.
Street lights. Over there also. So, and they haven't create anything that when you go there, you in the night, let's say Kakun.
Okay.
You see, it's a whole lot of things. You can't go there in the night and say you are going to Kakun.
There's nothing attractive there at night.
Yes. Yeah. You see, so you can't go there in the night like that. So in the tour site, it will be very difficult for us right now, so that we can operate 24 hours in the tour site.
Okay.
That's why as at now, we can't do it right now.
But then if measures are taken in place,
That's why,
Yeah, so what I want to add is that, I mean, there's a cost factor.
Yeah.
Okay, all these things that Mr. Tiafo has said are related to costs. If we want to invest, if government want to spend money to provide these essential elements to make it workable, why not? He didn't say it's not workable, but he is looking at the present conditions
conditional.
and saying that looking at the conditions, it is not possible, or we may not be able to do it now. But I'm saying that if government wills it, government says, no, look, I want the tourism sector to run 24 hours.
Yeah.
Let's do the cost benefit analysis and see how much we need, if not all, at least the major tourist sites, to provide other supporting conditions to make it possible for people to be able to walk in 24 hours. I think that is possible. It's a matter of costs and the willingness of the government to provide the support. If that happens, because you see, when the hotels are running 24 hours, transport is running 24 hours, so the only missing link will be the attractions. And I am trying to see how beautiful it will be to be at Wuli Waterfalls at night. I want to see how it will be at Kintampo Waterfalls at night, or when somebody is climbing the canopy walkway in Kakum at night. It is also another aspect of tourism that we can create. So let us encourage government to be holistic and provide these things to support the tourism sector, especially the attractions, because government is really not going to hotels, the private sector, they are running 24 hours. Transport now, private sector, they are running 24 hours. If government should focus its attention on the attraction, which largely belongs to the states, and provide the necessary resources to retool those places, we should be able to have a holistic 24-hour economy in the tourism sector.
Of course, I'd like to take your last remarks, Mr. Sampson.
The government should collaborate with the investors.
Okay.
So that, because he alone cannot do all, and we wanted to develop the country, the nation, and we don't have that resources to do it alone with the government. But when you delegate it or collaborate with the investors, they can do it, and they will strike the percentage so that it will benefit all of us. So that I'm urging the government so that they should delegate some of the things like this 24-hour economy, this night. When you give it to the private, when you give one site to the private sector that you manage here, I'll just take 10% out of, or 20% out of whatever you are doing. You will see how it will Kakun, you see how Cape Coast, Elimina, and those voter region, you will see, give it to the individuals to manage. And government will regulate it, you see, so that they cannot charge arbitrarily or any price that they want. Government, the Ghana Tourism Authority or Ghana Tourism Development Company will provide the oversight and make sure that if you want to increase your prices, you have to submit. I mean, it is possible. It is possible. But if you say you government alone, you take in charge of everything, you cannot. You can't do it. Me, my little thing I will add to is the argument as to whether there's a need for private sector participation in the road sector development is what I would say. You get it. Nowhere in the world you will find all road, people can just use the road without paying anything. Nowhere. This is Mr. Tiafo. We know he has traveled. We have all traveled. We know that you cannot travel for 200 kilometers on the highway and you have not paid a penny. So these things are things that are affecting the government itself. To say we have lifted all the towing in the country. Look at Tema alone, the movement to Tema, from Tema Port to Accra alone every day, and we are using it for free. That is unacceptable.
I believe that when we give it to the private sector, and once again, they will also get a proportion as profit for their investment over, say, 50 years or 100 years. People are ready to do that long-term investment and by 50 years, the presumption is that the private sector may have gotten all his investment plus interest or plus profit, you understand? And it becomes a state, entirely state property owned, and that is good, and that is what we should do.
Would like to say a big thank you to our sponsors, CH Travel and Tour. With CH Travel and Tour, they offer services like flight ticketing, hotel booking, visa assistance, car rentals, study abroad. You can contact them on 024-306-8558, 024-306-8558, or you can contact them on their landline 030-231-8932, 030-231-8932.
All right, thank you so much for coming. Thank you, Esquire. Thank you, Mr. N.T. Afo. This is where we draw the curtains on today's episode of Good Morning Tourism right here on CHTV. My name is Erica Minta Ohene. Watch out for our next episode. Have a good day.